Mga programa laban sa bullying sa mga paaralan, mental health issues at mga krimeng kinasasangkutan ng mga minor de edad ating pag-uusapan kasama si Undersecretary Angelo Tapales, Executive Director ng Council for the Welfare of Children. Yusek Tapales, magandang tanghali at welcome po ulit sa Bagong Pilipinas ngayon.
Isang makabatang tanghali po sa lahat po na nakikinig sa napakagandang programa po natin. Asek Weng, Asek Joey, and Asek Albert, nice seeing you again po.
Yusek, ano po yung kasalukuyang mga programa ng CWC para maiwasan at matugunan yung bullying sa loob at labas ng mga eskwelahan?
Opo, ang latest po na ginagawa po namin ngayon, siguro 2 weeks ago, pinirmahan po namin ni Secretary Sani Angara yung isang Memorandum of Understanding to link the Makabata Helpline 1383 to the hotline of the DepEd. Kasi gusto nating mas tutukan pa lahat ng forms ng violence against children sa eskwelahan, lalo-lalo na yung bullying. While alam po natin, kumpara doon sa figures ng 2018-2019 school year na 20,000 plus, nasa 7,700 plus na lang noong 2022-2023 school year. Ang DepEd po at syempre po ang Council for the Welfare of Children, hindi po tayo tumitigil po. So, yung MOU po na yan, long overdue, talagang pinirmahan po natin yan. And nag-release po rin tayo recently ng press statement supporting the revision of the implementing rules and regulations of the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013. Nilabas din po ng DepEd yan, kamakailan lamang po. I think last week po.
Yes, nabanggit nyo na po, Yusek, yung lumabas nga po na revised IRR ng Anti-Bullying Act. Ano po yung mga pinakamahalagang pagbabago, yung mga highlights ito, Yusek?
Asek, napakaganda nito. While nabasa naman natin yung Anti-Bullying Act natin, yung dating IRR na nilabas din ng DepEd noong 2013, dito kasi sa revised guidelines po, implementing rules and regulations ito, rather, malinaw na inulit-ulit ng DepEd that all schools, public and private, should adopt their anti-bullying policies. Tapos may minimum provisions na required sa mga anti-bullying policies nila. And ang nag-stick sa akin dito, yung responding promptly and investigating reports and restoring a sense of safety in schools para sa lahat ng partido. Hindi po lingid sa kalawan natin, and I think the Makabata Helpline also received a couple of reports of schools seemingly sweeping cases under the rug, so to speak. Hindi po nila gustong simulan siguro o inaayos, pero dito po sa bagong implementing rules and regulations na to, they are required really to take in cases and to respond and to process yung mga reports po sa kanila. Marami pong sinabi dito, and ang nag-stick sa akin dito, zero reporting doesn't mean positive performance of schools. So yung mga ibang schools, at konti lang naman yan, hindi naman lagi at maraming sumusunod naman talagang eskwelahan, do not sweep it under the rug because it doesn't follow that because a school receives zero reports that the school is really performing well. That DepEd will also check if you are really implementing your anti-bullying policy. So binabantayan po kayo ng DepEd. And of course, sa part naman po ng Council for the Welfare of Children, if we receive reports through the Makabata Helpline 1383 that public and private schools are not really responding properly to bullying and complying with the implementing rules and regulations, we will of course report you to DepEd for proper action and investigation po.
Yusek, isa sa mga reform na nakapaloob sa revised IRR yung pagkakaroon ng learner formation officer sa mga paaralan. So, ano po yung magiging role ng inyong ahensya sa pagsasanay o paggabay dito sa mga learner formation officer?
Kami po ay makikipag-ugnayan po sa kanila, sir. Ito po, tama po, may binanggit, may mga bagong officers po na itinalaga dito sa bagong implementing rules and regulations sa revised version. Siguro babanggitin ko na rin yung principal saka yung school head, napakalinaw na sinabi dito na you will be fully responsible and accountable for all events happening in your schools. And you are also mandated to designate disciplinary officers who will handle bullying concerns. Ngayon, whether it's on the national level with the Central Office of DepEd, regional offices, division offices, or schools man, public or private, ang role po ng Makabata Helpline dyan is we partner with them. Through our MOU with DepEd, we have partnered practically with the public schools. Ngayon naman po, ASEC, ang target namin is to reach out to private schools so that we can also lend the Makabata Helpline 1383 as an alternative or additional or even your main helpline kung wala po ang private schools natin. May mga partners po tayong ganyan. Ang una naming partner is the Miriam College po. So from elementary, high school, and college, they can use the Makabata Helpline 1383 po.
Yusek, may plano po ba ang CWC na magsagawa ng monitoring o pag-audit kung epektibo yung bagong reporting at intervention system laban sa bullying?
Opo, we will participate po. Isa sa itinalagang role ng DepEd dyan kasi is they can partner and collaborate with other agencies. Yung Learner and Protection Rights Division po nila, we heavily work with them. At syempre po, pag ni-review po to, very excited kami sa revised IRR. I'm sure marami po ditong una mahihirapan muna siguro, but we have to we have to really push public and private schools to have anti-bullying policies and functioning bullying structures headed by this discipline officer. So babantayan po natin to kasi po while pababa po lahat ng numero ng violence against children including bullying, of course the directive of the president is really to make schools and of course the community and even schools safe for all children.
Yusek, sabi nga po ng WHO, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Kaya ako po nasabi yun kasi yung bullying, parang isa yun dun sa mga problema. Ano naman po yung ating mga ginagawa para mapalakas ang mental health support sa mga paaralan? Yung overall nga po na wellness kasama ang mental health. Ano po yung mga bagong initiatives ng CWC para dito?
Opo, ASEC, aside from the Makabata Helpline 1383, because of course we are partners with everybody pursuant to EO 76, series of EO 79, series of 2024, which the President signed last December 6, 2024, making the Makabata Helpline 1383 as the central reporting mechanism of the government for children. We are partners with everybody. Of course, the DepEd has the National Center for Mental Health. We refer cases to them. And of course, the Makabata Helpline 1383 also has social workers. If children need to discuss personal matters or matters affecting their mental health, meron po tayong first aid na nilalapat po sa kanila. But of course, for more serious matters, we can refer cases to the Women and Children Protection Units in our provincial hospitals or even to the National Center for Mental Health. Pero ang isang effort po ng government po dyan, on the same date, December 6, 2024, as when the President signed EO 79, Republic Act number 12080 also came into force. This is the Basic Education, Mental Health and Well-Being Promotion Act. So napakaganda po nito, ASEC. Schools are now mandated to have care centers. Yung mga guidance centers po nila, they are mandated to convert it to care centers at magkakaroon po ng mga professionals dyan to cater to the mental health of students. Yung mga divisions naman po natin are mandated to have mental health and well-being offices. So kung may mga mental health experts po dito, may mga counselors po tayo sa mga schools, matutugunan po ang pangangailangan ng bata, pero may provision din po dito na kunyari ang eskwelahan nyo po, wala pang mga professionals na pwedeng magkaroon ng tutugon dun sa dun sa pangangailangan ng bata. You can refer it to the division level at tutulong po kung walang school counselor pa dun sa eskwelahan. So again, the trust of the government is really to make the school safe, involve the students, involve the parents, place accountability on the principal, the teaching and non-teaching staff. And of course, yung mental health po, hindi pinapabayaan po yan. It's an effect of bullying at batay po sa mga pag-aaral yan po talaga lumalabas.
Yusek, nabanggit niyo po yung psychological first aid doon po sa hotline. So, sa tingin niyo po ba sa ngayon, sapat yung training ng ating mga guro at guidance counselor sa pagbibigay ng psychological first aid sa ating mga estudyante? At meron po ba tayong programa in conjunction with DepEd para ma-improve ito?
Siguro po i-admit ko kami po mismo sa Makabata Helpline 1383, we are still in the process of strengthening our capacity to respond to mental health concerns, ano, and siguro that goes the same for our teachers and school personnel. Merong training, ngunit marami pa pong pwedeng i-improve. That's why we are very excited with the enactment of Republic Act 12080, ito nung Basic Education Mental Health and Awareness law natin, ano. Because of this, magkakaroon po ng mga plantilla positions kasi dito, and of course they will have professional training, ano. Magka-capacity building po sila dito. So kung ano man po ASEC yung meron tayo ngayon, na syempre po lagi naman pong kulang, napakarami po ng bata sa schools, ine-expect po natin na yan po ay mag-i-improve in the coming years po, and hopefully soon, para po hindi naman makapag-aral at makatuon sa talagang mga schoolwork ang ating mga bata po.
Yusek, pagdating naman sa mga krimen na kinasasangkutan ng mga minor de edad, ano po yung kasalukuyang programa ng CWC para sa mga biktima at sa mga salarin na rin? Kasi di ba lately meron isang estudyante na binaril niya yung kanyang girlfriend doon sa school. Paano po ba ninyo na-address itong mga ganitong issue?
Opo, ASEC, alam nyo, when it comes to children in conflict with the law, yan po ang pinakamabigat na topic para sa Council for the Welfare of Children, because at the end of the complaint is always a victim, and usually that victim is also a child, ano? So lagi kaming torn dito, pero our official position here of course is we have to protect all children, ano, whether the child is the victim or even the perpetrator, ano. And the Juvenile Justice Welfare Act already provides sufficient safeguards and mechanisms to really, number one, hold the offender accountable, ano. I want to dispel that wrong impression that just because you are a minor, you will not be held accountable. Dahil lang po, bata po ang kinakaharap natin dito na maaring nagkasala sa batas, ang Juvenile Justice Welfare Act po natin ay may pinag-uutos lang po na extra steps to ensure that the child is preserved, dahil future po ng bansa natin to. We cannot just condemn them and incarcerate them, ano. That would be the easiest thing to do. But if you read the studies po kasi, the drivers of commission of offenses of CICL is really poverty, dysfunctional family, family violence, family negligence, ano. So if we start the solution by just incarcerating children, we might not be hitting the target head on. Ibig sabihin po, we have to address poverty, and that's what the government is really doing right now. We have to protect and strengthen the family, ano. That's why yun po sinasabi namin dun sa mga medyo passionate about this issue, hindi papanagutin ng bata, no. Of course, pag below 15 years old po yan, exempt from criminal liability, but there will be intervention programs to improve that particular child. Pag kunyari below 15 ka pero serious crime ang kinuwit mo, you will be considered a neglected child and you will be committed to a bahay pag-asa, no. And of course, yung mga below 18, above 15, pag yan ay may discernment talaga, ginawa nila at alam nila ang tama at mali, ginawa pa rin ng krimen, there will be a diversion program. At kung hindi man sila qualified sa diversion program, ayaw nilang pumirma o hindi talaga sila nagre-respond, prosecution will proceed and eventually there will be a judgment from the court. Pwede pa rin silang makonvict. Pero dahil po nga mga bata to, mga ASEC, sa mga nakikinig po, there will be an automatic suspension of that decision, ano. Pero if the child does not respond to the disposition measures na ipag-uutos po ng korte, eventually execution of the judgment will proceed. So there will be criminal accountability, ano. And for the civil liability po, the parents will be liable. So hindi po totoong walang liability po kung minor po.
Yusek, eto na. Nabanggit niyo po yung age cut-off na 15. Ano naman po ang reaksyon ninyo sa panukala ni Senator Robin Padilla na ibaba ang minimum age of criminal responsibility sa 10?
Nung nasa law school kami ni Yusek Nikiti, I think 12 years old yung cut-off, ano? Hindi naman 10, masyadong mababa yun. While of course idol po natin ang ating mga lawmakers, unang-una na po si Senator Robin Padilla. Again, I would like to reiterate po, no, the drivers of offense commission ng CICLs po is really poverty and dysfunctional family, violence and negligence, ano. I think personally, and of course this is also the position of the Council for the Welfare of Children, let us push first for the full and effective implementation of the Juvenile Justice Welfare Act. Pondohan po natin at suportahan ang Juvenile Justice Welfare Council, ang pagtatayo ng Bahay Pag-asa. Kukunti pa po sa Pilipinas yan, yung mga natatayo naman po natin, hindi pa kumpleto ang services. Huwag po nating sukuan ng mga bata kasi po, again, the easiest thing to do is just forget about them and incarcerate them. But we won't be solving the problem because we are dealing with a future generation of Filipinos. So again, they can be held liable under the law pag talagang sila'y nagkasala with discernment and hindi nag-respond. But of course, extra steps are mandated by the law dahil po nga sila po ay mga bata.
Yusek, bilang panghuli na lang siguro, no? So, mensahe nyo na lamang sa ating mga kababayan habang dinadigest pa po natin itong bagong IRR ng Anti-Bullying Act.
Opo, para po sa mga nakikinig sa atin, mga kaibigan, mga nanay at tatay, mga nangangalaga po sa bata, again, ang ating mga anak ay hindi ekstensyon ng ating pagkatao, sila ay may mga karapatan, kailangan po natin sila laging alagaan, kasi katulad ng sinasabi ng Council for the Welfare of Children, sa bagong Pilipinas, bawat bata ay mahalaga, so basta bata, tayo dapat ang bahala. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Undersecretary Angelo Tapales, Executive Director ng Council for the Welfare of Children.
Maraming salamat po.